Hello fellow modelers! In the first half of this video, I look closer to Eduard decals. In the second half, I share new techniques I discovered for Techmod and other manufacturers. So you can skip the first part because it will be bombshell. Or not. You probably already know that you can remove clear film from Eduard decals. But you can easily end up with a ruined model and lot of frustration. Why to remove the clear film from the decals anyway? When you apply the decals to the model, they are slightly raised above the surface, which doesn't look realistic and attractive. Therefore, I conducted many tests, and now I'm going to show you how to solve basic problems. I chose the most challenging surface for testing, with a positive and negative rivets. Eduard decals are different from cartograph or Techmod, so hot water can easily ruin them. Therefore, the maximum temperature is around 60 degrees Celsius. I would rather use lukewarm water for them. Applying decals setter or softer with a minimal amount of water under the decals is essential. The solution will highlight surface details, improve adhesion and eliminate bubbles. The setting after 4 hours is still ineffective and liquid is present in the rivets. The result after 1 day is much better and safer for film removal. Okay, now let's test different decals chemicals on positive and negative rivets. Eduard decals are relatively strong and resilient, so it is better to use stronger chemicals. MIG decal fix is strong, so it should be okay. Microsol is much weaker, and you must apply multiple layers to copy positive rivets. My favorite solution for Eduard decals is Mr. Mark Softer. And lastly, the strongest decal solution, Hypersol from Agama. You must be careful because it can easily dissolve the paint job. The chemicals copied the decals to some extent, but they are not properly set on the rivets. And there are air pockets, primarily in the areas where Microsol has been applied. All the chemicals had problems with negative decals. If you have air pockets, you will eventually end up with a peel-off decals. Some modelers recommend peeling off the clear film with a masking tape, but this method is too risky and drastic. If the surface was not properly cleaned before spraying, you can easily remove the paint to the base plastic, in the best case only destroying the decals. The better way is to remove a clear film with sharp tweezers. If you have the decals over pan lines, start peeling them there. The film peels badly if it's over-dried, so you can use a bit of decal setter to make the clear film more flexible. This peeling technique works well if you have a proper base coat. But with this we run to another issue. I didn't test only chemicals, but also paints and varnishes. Under these decals is acrylic Tamiya paint and very soft layer of a lacquer varnish. Tamiya acrylic paint is not very resilient, and the decals chemicals not only dissolve the clear film on the decals, but also slightly dissolve the paint layer. Therefore the printed layer adheres much more firmly, even without super shiny varnish. On the other hand, I tested resilient lacquer Mr. Color paints. The decals chemicals didn't dissolve the base paint layer, therefore there is a minimal adhesion and it's easy now to destroy them. One solution is to apply a thick layer of a gloss varnish, which negatively affects soft surface decals. The conclusion is that it depends heavily on the color type you use, not just the decals chemicals. The last and most gentle method is to dissolve the clear film with a thinner. Personally my favorite and safest method. Eduard recommends this AK odorless thinner, but it is too weak and new formula doesn't work at all. What works best for me is Zippo lighter fuel or technical benzene, but Zippo is less aggressive. A small amount of a fuel on the decals dissolves the top clear cover film almost immediately. Do not apply too much pressure, just gently graze the surface and watch how the film comes away. Too much pressure can damage the paint layer from decals. Eduard kits have a lovely surface details, but decals usually have a problem with the rivets and pan lines, even after using a strong decal chemicals. I solved this issue on my older models by recreating the rivets one by one with a needle. It is a time-consuming process. I recently learned a good trick that makes the whole process much easier and faster. The magic tool already lies in your bathroom. You need a soft toothbrush. If you press the toothbrush against the decal, the fibers penetrate the thin decal film and reveal underlying details. It works surprisingly well with a minimal effort. Just one working note: do not use a toothbrush that is too strong, as you may damage the decals layer. I also use a decal setter before deepening the rivets, as it makes the layer probably slightly softer, but it works well without it as well. This is the result before the toothbrush technique, and this is after. As you can see, the pan lines and rivets are nicely consistent and deep. The common problems of Eduard decals are pronounced printing raster and inconsistent layers. Here's the difference between Techmod and Eduard. Therefore, many modelers are buying decals from other brands or spraying roundlets with an airbrush. I usually make dirty models after years of service, so some inconsistent layer is not a problem, and peel off sections too. Only problem is pronounced printing raster. You can notice many small dots on the yellow or red layer. Therefore, I'm usually smoothing the decals and improving colors with acrylic paints or oils. I mean, I repaint the whole decal with a paintbrush. Now it looks slightly better. Okay, those were Eduard decals, but what about other brands? While making a video about top 10 household chemicals, I tested many solvents on decals of different brands. I wasn't successful for a while, but then a chemical miracle happened, and it was a bombshell. I was able to remove clear film from Techmod decals without damaging printed layer. The magic liquid is Zippo lighter fuel or technical benzene. In this case, technical benzene works better since it evaporates slowly and is stronger. In any case, I use a lighter fuel for this test. I apply Techmod decals on the Tamiya acrylic paint covered with a thin layer of a clear lacquer varnish. Then I used Mr. Setter and softer as you are used to. You can notice that the clear film after setting is soft, but still highly noticeable. I use a bit of lighter fuel on the decal and let it work for a few seconds. After that, the clear film starts to fall apart. At this moment you can clean the excess film with a cotton swab. The decals without clear film looks like it was sprayed. You basically do not need to apply any additional varnish, maybe only a soft protective layer. In this shot, the fuel's effect is even more noticeable. Simply lovely. However, I have a bad news for you, and I must disappoint you. You cannot do that with all decals. This technique doesn't work with a Cartograph, Tamiya or old Academy decals. Simply, if there is a note on the decal, made in Italy, 90% of the time it wouldn't work. Don't take me wrong, the Cartograph decals are the best, only use a different varnish layer. Also, they are smooth, so you don't need to remove the clear film anyway. On the other hand, it works with newer Academy decals, Begemont, older Heller, Zvezda and primarily Techmod. Techmod is making decals for IBG models, Arma Hobby, Sword and other kit manufacturers, and also has many of its own decals. I already tested this technique on my small punchy model from Sword, which has the Techmod decals, and it was easy to remove a clear film from all sections. I also noticed that this technique works best on the matte or at least semi-gloss surface. The small labels fall apart on the clear varnish surface, but on the matte surface they stick together nicely. You technically do not need to use any varnish at all and can apply decals directly to the acrylic paint, as shown here. I'm quite astonished by this approach, as it will help with many of my future projects. If you want to use the same technique on your model, I encourage you to test spare decals on the old kit or spare plastic parts first. Companies changing decals, formulas and manufacturing processes, so what works now may not work in the future. Okay, that is all. I hope you will try these approaches and end up with a good result rather than a ruined model. Thank you for watching and to my Patreons for their support. See you next time!